Hey crafty friends, it's Andrea here from Andrea K Crafts, and today I wanted to share with you a new purchase that I made. It is the 12 by 12 guillotine cutter from We Are Memory Keepers. I purchased the purple one. I got this offline. I had some Michaels dollars to spend, like I had credit through Michaels, and I just wanted to see if this would work because I'm always looking for something to make it easier for me to cut my card bases. So I rarely use my Cricut to cut my card bases. I usually always do it with my paper trimmer, and I was looking for something that would be a little bit more heavy duty and a little bit easier just to cut them. So I purchased this. I've already tried it out to make sure that I like it before, because I wanted to make sure I wanted to keep it before I shared it with you guys, and I did. So let me show you how this works. Super simple, and why I love this option. So here it is. Like I said, I did use this a bunch of times now because I wanted to make sure I was going to keep it before I shared it with you guys, and I love it. So the numbers were one of the things that got me on this. Is they're very easy to read, and I should say the measurements, not just the numbers. The measurements are really easy to read, and the lines are easy to see for me personally, and I was really excited about that. Now, it also has a detachable handle that you can take off. It just clips on and off, but it's very sturdy. Like I'm pulling on it, it's not going to come off just because I pull on it. And it locks into place. So a child couldn't just come up and like start pulling on this to make it cut and lift, which I love the safety feature of that. And it has a nice guard. So it has a guard that rolls up and a guard that you hold down. And again, I love the safety features. So how you open this is you have to pull a little bit to the right, and then it pops up. So like I said, you can't just pull it straight up. It locks into place. You just give it a little bit to the right and it'll pop right up for you. So I have, this sits on my little cart that holds, like right above my cart are all of my card stocks that I use for card bases. So I can just pull the card base piece I want down and I can cut it here, and it goes so smoothly. It's really, really easy. Now I have 4 pieces of cardstock here, and this is 65-pound cardstock, and I can cut all of these with one pass. Let me show you. I'm going to cut this as a tent fold card. So what I call a tent fold card is a card that peaks at the top and opens from bottom to top, instead of like a book fold card that opens from left to right. Okay, so I'm going to cut this set of paper at 4 1/4, because that is half of our 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This is why I don't use my Cricut to cut out most of my card bases, because I can get more out of one sheet of paper by using something like this. So I just cut it like that, and my cuts are even. It cuts smooth. I didn't have to press real hard. It just made it so easy for me to cut my card bases. So now all I would have to do is go in and score these at 5 1/2, and I would have 8 card bases made that quick. Where normally when I use my Cricut trimmer, which you can still absolutely do that, you don't need to go buy another whole cutting system. I was just looking for something because I make a lot of cards, almost, I'm going to say definitely weekly, probably 3 times a week I'm working with cards. So I wanted something that I could cut a lot of at one time to get it done, so they were all finished and I could just start building a container with all of my pre-cut card bases. So when I wanted to make a card, it would be easier to come out, grab that card base, pull it out, and begin creating, instead of having to pull out all of my cutting supplies, get everything pre-cut. I thought this was a better idea, and it saved me time. So this is great too for if you have vinyl and you want to cut down your vinyl. Say you want to make a bunch of 12 by 12 vinyl into smart material for your Cricut Joy. You could take the measure out the size of what a Cricut Joy material is, and you could cut it down to that. I've done it before with 12 by 12 smart material, and I wanted to use it in my Cricut Joy, and I didn't really feel like getting out a mat. It was easier to just trim down my smart material for my maker. So you have that option. So I really thought this was a great investment. It was a little pricey at like $64, but I did have cash for, like, you know how Michael's new system is, like you earn points, and like I think I'm like a platinum member. There's like a gold, platinum, silver, I don't know. There's like a new membership that if you spend so much, you start creating, you start getting money for them to spend through Michaels.com or at the Michaels store. And that's how I purchased this. And I think I ended up paying like $20 for it, but it was originally like $69. So definitely a great item to invest in. Like I said, it cuts really well. You could also do this as, say you wanted to cut out card fronts. So a card base, let me just show you. I don't have my scoring tool handy because I wasn't going to make a card, but so this would be like your tent fold card, just like this. Okay, so this is a card base. When I say card base, I mean what you're going to put all of your actual material on, like your layers and things like that on. So that's my card base. But we could also cut, here I have a stack of paper, we could cut the card layers. So different layers that we're going to put on the outside of the card, we could trim those up on here as well. So this one would be 5.5 because we already have our 4.25 cut. So I would make sure that my guillotine handle is all the way up. And then I'm just going to line up. I love how easy these numbers are for me to see. And then just cut it like that. And look how many card fronts I now have. So I have all these different layers, and that took like no time at all. Imagine if you just sat down with a set of 100, like the paper. Let me grab the paper that I love to use from Hobby Lobby. All right, so this is my favorite 65-pound cardstock that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. It's the Paper Studio brand. You get 100 sheets for $9.99, but it's on sale all the time. So definitely wait for it to go on sale and then stock up. I'm not saying hoard stuff. I'm just saying stock up. If you know you're going to use it, it's better to just buy it when it's on sale than have to go panic buy whenever you need to get projects made. So this is what I would use. And imagine if you, like right here, if you just wanted to make card bases, you could get 200 card bases out of one stack of paper. That's a lot of card bases, right? And then if you wanted to do the, if you wanted to just get a stack just for fronts, like just for layering fronts, you could get 400 card fronts out of one stack of paper. And you could cut them up so quickly with something like this. Again, if you have a paper trimmer, you don't have to go out and buy this. I'm just saying if you make a lot of cards or you work with a lot of paper, this is a great idea. Again, if you have a Cricut and you don't mind using your 12 by 12 paper to make card fronts, that's something that people ask me all the time, like, why don't you use your Cricut if you have that? And I tell them because my Cricut only cuts 12, like if I would need a piece of paper 12 by 12 in order to cut one card base on my Cricut, because the paper has to be wider than 11 inches for it to cut properly. Because you know when you cut on your Cricut mat, there's that edge around that your blade moves into before it begins to cut. So if I put an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper on there, it would cut less. It would cut inside of the parts that I need. I hope that makes sense. So that's why I don't use my Cricut to cut my card bases very often. I have if I'm using a specialty paper and maybe I want to cut like the center out, or I'm doing a, what's the word? If I'm doing like a shadow box card or I'm doing a shaker card, then yeah, I do sometimes use my Cricut to cut out my card base on a 12 by 12 piece of paper. But normally I just use a paper trimmer, and this just saved me so much time. So I do recommend, if you're in the market for something like this, don't go out and buy one just because, I mean, unless you want to, but this isn't a need if you have a paper trimmer. This is just something if you're in the market for a guillotine slicer. This one is pretty amazing. I'm really impressed. It's very, very sturdy. I had no issues with moving it. Like, it looks really nice. It has the pads on the corners here. It sits nice and flat. My tray here, my guard, I guess this is called a guard. It's nice, it still lifts up so you can put pretty thick paper underneath it. Again, it cuts nicely and it locks into place. So my recommendation for this is, if you're in the market for one, this one is a very good purchase. All right, guys, I'm sorry this was a quick video, but I wanted to share it with you because you're going to be seeing me probably use it in some of my videos. And I know I always get questions when I use a new product. Why aren't you using your Cricut? Why are you using that? So I just wanted to put this video out there before you start seeing me use it in my videos. All right, guys, so coming up this week, I have a video on Saturday, and that is making a banner. And I believe it's called something like He Has Risen banner. Like, it's a really cute banner. So I have that coming up. And then next week we have a members only video. So if you're not a member, you can check out, at the top of my YouTube channel, you can find the membership and join that. We are going to start doing a lot more with the membership, where we have lives over on Facebook and things like that. So I don't want you to miss out. Also, I have something, we have a live over on the Facebook group coming up on March 28th. And that is talking about all things, whether you should have Cricut Access or not, what my feelings are completely on Cricut Access. And I give you all of the information and benefits of having it. And I also tell you why you may not need it. So definitely be part of the Facebook group so you can follow along and we can chat over there. I think that's it, guys. All right, my next video, like I was saying, I think I'm using the Joy 2. I just love that little machine. It is like the cutest thing. So I believe I use the Joy 2 in the next video. But if not, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's what I used to make that project. So, okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and until next time, bye.